So, in order to use any of the LED lights, you need to make sure the company switch is on. It will most often be off when you're not using it, so you'll have to go there, turn it on, and then you'll go over to the power distro up there and flip the breakers for each one of the lights. They go in order, so it goes as you're in numerical order, so it's first electric, second, third, fourth, fifth, so it kind of works its way back. It's also a great place if you need additional power to get additional power, because it's you know what's plugged into it. Whereas all of the circuits around the stage are all shared, so you could easily overload them. So the cases here are where you'll find some of the equipment. So, for instance, this one here is all lighting equipment. So it's got extension cables and twofers and all that kind of stuff. And this one's got a bunch of sound equipment in it. Edison extension cables are there, and so what'll either be, depending on what your needs are, it'll either be that the case is unlocked and you'll have access to it, or what you newly pulled out of it. So one of the reasons why I ask for a list of things you need to be checked out is that, one, I can check them out and check them back in, but I don't have to, if you don't need everything in this case, I don't have to check this case to make sure A, everything is there and everything is working, because that's time consuming. So that's kind of makes my life a little easier. Not much, but a little. If you're looking at the company switch right behind you, there's another power outlet that actually runs off of the company switch, and that's for our capstan winch. If you are going to be doing where you're adding a ton of weight out over the stage, I do ask that either myself or John Berger be here, and we'll use the capstan winch, because we don't have, obviously, a loading gallery as you look up. So in the architect's divine wisdom, they thought killing people was okay.
Yay!
Yeah. So all of the line sets are labeled, though I have to relabel them because we added one and never actually ended up relabeling. So there is, the additional one is just right behind the mid-stage traveler, which was actually a perfect spot for something that nothing was there. So there are a couple of these light trees. Those are actually Merrill's, but we store them in here because there's not enough room anywhere else, and often we use them in here anyways. The stage manager's rack there's a power button on the top. In order to use any of the LED lights, they have to have DMX, and so you actually need to turn this on, which will turn on the two DMX repeaters on the bottom. So if you're like, why aren't the LED lights working? Well, check to make sure that A, the DMX repeaters are on and that they actually have a signal. So that's that. If you're using more than 20 wireless mics, the rest of your receivers will also be right here. The Loft has 36 of its own wireless mics, and then Merrill has another 16. When we check out wireless mics, we'll check out starting with the Loft's body packs, and then once we run out of ours, we'll move to Merrill's. But when we do headsets, we'll start with the Merrill's headsets, and then when we run out of the 16 of those, we'll move to the Lofts. It just makes it easier because there is damage almost every show, and it's just kind of the way things go. They're sensitive. When there needs to be repairs, it's a lot easier if Merrill can take care of Merrill's and whatnot. So yeah. Any questions about the stage so far? All of the line sets are locked, and the keys are on Merrill's key ring. So
that you have to check out for me.
Yep. So whoever's in charge of the production will have the keys for those. The only one that's not locked is the Dow Stage Black Traveler. So, and that's just if anybody needed to come in and block off the stage, they could come in and do that. Yeah, I don't think there's any other down here things. Okay, I'll show you the tech storage room,
Sweet.
but don't judge me.